Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you're all doing great. You and your families, everybody is fine and life is treating you very sweetly. And if it's not treating you sweetly at the moment, doesn't matter, it will start treating you very sweetly soon because you're going to be brave and strong and you're going to face everything very, very nicely. And because of that, then things will straighten out, and even nature helps you when you're trying to help yourself. That is my belief. That is how it happens. So have faith and just go on with life. Just face it bravely. That's very important. If life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So that is what I've always done in my life, because there are ups and downs in everybody's life. So it never gives you the same treatment throughout. Times change, ups and downs come. Okay, so today I'm going to give you a recipe that is sweet, and you will then treat yourself sweetly. Okay, and the recipe is of chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is something that many people make, and many people make perfectly well. This is the recipe that when you try, you are also going to make chocolate cake perfectly well. But something plus that there is in this recipe is the cake frosting, cake icing, or cake glaze, whatever you call it, that I'm going to give you the recipe of. This is a non-dairy cake frosting or cake icing or cake glaze recipe that I'm going to share with you today. I personally have invented it, so nobody is going to tell you this recipe. This is perfect. This is yummy. This is very easy to make, and let's see how we go about it. But before we start off, all those who are not yet our family members, in that they have not subscribed to the channel as yet, please subscribe to the channel and become our family members. And we welcome you with a chocolate cake. Come on, let's go into my kitchen and let's start making a chocolate cake. I'm going to tell you about the ingredients that you're going to use in making this cake first of all. Okay, and later on we will go to discuss the icing or the frosting of the cake. Well, you're going to use 2 cups of white flour. I have that in the plate, you can see 2 cups, 2 measured cups of white flour, 1.5 cup of sugar. You can see that here in front of you. Then I will use in it 3 heaped teaspoons of baking powder, 4 teaspoons of cocoa powder, 4 eggs. Okay, and besides that, 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of oil. Okay, you can see that there. 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of oil. These are all the ingredients that we will use to make this fabulous cake. So once you have all the ingredients with you, like I have them assorted with me, what you do first of all is you preheat your oven. Okay, just put the flame on in the oven and let it be shut, the oven door be shut, and it will take 10 to 15 minutes when you'll be doing all the things. In the meanwhile, the oven will get preheated. That is important. So switch on the flame in your oven first. Then what you do is you take your mold, whichever mold you're going to use to bake your cake, and you are, if I have done this for you here, because if you don't have butter paper, don't worry about it at all. You can just take simple brown paper. I have taken simple brown paper here, and I've cut out 4 sheets of brown paper in the size of the mold, round sheets, and I have put them in the mold. You can see them that there, and on the walls, against the walls also, I cut and put the brown paper, and then with oil I'm oiling them all, and you can see it's all wet. The brown paper is wet through and through. So that is the basic preparation that you will do for making the cake. Do that first, okay? Then you will go to your ingredients. Like I have gone to my ingredients now, and I have taken my chopper here, food processor, and what I am doing is I have added to my chopper bowl all the white flour, the sugar, the cocoa powder, and the baking powder. Everything goes into my chopper bowl here. And then come the wet ingredients. The milk goes in, okay, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of oil also goes in, and 4 eggs. One by one you're going to add in the eggs. Break the egg in a bowl and put that into your chopper bowl in the rest of the ingredients. Then the next egg, then the next egg. 4 eggs go one by one like that into your chopper bowl, because if by any means an egg is not, it's bad, you can just throw it away and the rest of your things won't go bad with it. Otherwise, if you are not checking and if you're just putting the eggs directly, breaking them directly into the chopper bowl, and any egg is bad by any chance, then what will happen? All your things will go bad and you will have to throw them away. So that's why do it this way. And you can see it here in my chopper bowl. All the things, dry and wet ingredients, are there now, ready to be whipped now. So I've covered it. I put the lid on, and here I have switched on the on button, and I've got my batter ready here now. In a few turns that you give it, your batter will be ready this way. I have removed the lid to show you what final shape your batter will get into. So it will, in just a minute or two, you will have your batter in this shape ready with you. And what you do, we already had got the mold ready with us, in which we are going to bake it, our cake. You put the batter into your baking mold that you have already got ready with you. And remember, I asked you to preheat the oven. My oven is preheated. You can see the flame there. It's not very high, it's a low flame, and I have already put my mold with the batter in it into my oven. I have put it on the grill. I'm going to slide the oven tray also under the grill, but just to show you the flame, I have not till now. And also I have shown you the level of the batter in the mold. It's almost even a bit less than half the mold, the height of the mold. The batter, the quantity of the batter is that much, because it's going to rise, so we should give it that rising room. That's very important. Here you can see the oven tray. Now I have slid under my grill, and it's baking now, and it's rising. You can see the cake is rising. In a few minutes it will start rising. The flame, you can see it's very much medium, not a high flame, and I always bake my cakes that way. And I have put it at quite a lot of distance from the flame, because I don't want my cake to be burnt, the underside to be burnt. That's why I've used a baking tray and grill on top, and then on top I've put my mold with layers of butter paper. So this is something very important. It will help your cake not to get burnt. And this cake will be done in almost 45 minutes to 1 hour, depending upon your oven. You're going to keep checking it. That is important. See, I'm checking it just this way, like it's you can see my cake, it has risen a lot. And now I'm checking it with a knife. I will dip that knife into my cake and take it out. If the knife does not get wet, that means my cake is ready. And my cake was ready, so I took it out. Okay, so when your cake is ready, just take it out and let it lie there on the shelf. Don't bother it at all. Just let it lie there on the shelf and let it get cold. Okay, it will get cold. Then you are going to take it out from the mold, because if you do it before that, when it's not cold, then what will happen? Your cake will break. These are very important tips that I am giving you, and please do follow them to get a cake as beautiful as I have got here. So when it's cold, you take it out onto your cake tray or cake dish, as I have done here. And if you want to serve it this way, you can serve it this way also. Simple plain sponge chocolate cake, you can serve it that way also. And your cake is ready. You can serve it with any smoothie, you can serve it with coffee, you can serve it with hot chocolate, with tea, anything that you like. Okay, so with any juice, you can serve it any way that you like. You can serve it with custard. It is very yummy with custard also. Even with rice pudding, it tastes so yummy. But anyway, if you want to serve it this way, your cake is ready now. If you want to proceed on with its glazing, icing, frosting, whatever you call it, then I'm going to tell you how you go on with that. Well, while my cake was getting cold on the shelf, I did not, of course, take it out of the mold. I did the preparation of frosting it. How I did it? Let's see. The ingredients for the frosting that I took, this is my own recipe, my ingenious recipe, and very nice. The ingredients I'll tell you about. I took rice flour, okay, 1.5 tablespoon of rice flour. That white thing with the sugar is rice flour, okay, in the plate. Then sugar. This is lesser. I added some more sugar afterwards while I was making that icing or frosting batter. This is 2 tablespoons. Take 3 to 4 tablespoons of sugar, or as much sugar as you like, as much sweet as you like. If you don't want your topping to be sweet, your icing to be sweet, you can even eliminate sugar from it, but or you can add very little sugar to it. But if you want it to be sweet, you will add more sugar to it. So sugar taste depends upon you for the topping or the icing or the frosting, whatever you call it. So then I took almost 1 tablespoon of this cocoa powder. That is important because we're going to give it that chocolatey taste, And I have here in the bowl almost 1 tablespoon, heaped tablespoon of corn flour. Okay, corn flour is there. And then in the other bowl, what you can see here is powdered almonds. How I'm going to powder them, I'm going to tell you later on, but here I've got them ready. I've shown them to you because I use them in my cake frosting. So first of all, what you do is you take a steel saucepan, and in the saucepan you put in all the ingredients. Which ingredients? Rice flour, sugar, cocoa powder. They all go in, and then you add in a little water, and on medium heat you are going to of course mix them well, and then you're going to cook them on medium heat. And I took an egg beater, a hand egg beater, to help me, and with that I'm whisking the batter in the water, all these things in the water, and see, on medium heat I'm cooking them. And while you're cooking them, keep beating them with that egg beater that you have in your hand, because if you don't do that, what will happen? The rice flour will form lumps, and that will be very, very bad. And while those things are cooking, you take your corn flour and add some cold water to it. See, I'm adding some cold water to it, and mix it. Okay, that is important. It should be mixed in cold water. In the meanwhile, my rice flour and cocoa powder and sugar are cooking in water and I'm whisking them, and I thought that my sugar was less, so I added more sugar to it. That depends upon your taste. I've added more sugar to it, as you can see, and I will keep cooking them. And after it comes to a boil, it's very hot, then I will keep whisking it with the egg beater, and I will add in the corn flour mixture with water, cold water that I made, and I will keep whisking it. That's very important. Here you can see in the picture I'm whisking it, but when I whisked it, the batter has taken on a new color. The color has become lighter because the white corn flour has been added to it, the mixture. And then after a while, as it becomes hot or boils with the batter, then it turns its color, becomes brown. See, a bit lighter brown and then darker brown. Here it has turned into a darker brown shade, and it is now, when it gets boiled, it will be ready. Okay, and when your cake is cold, you take it out of your mold, just like I showed to you. I had taken it onto my cake dish, so you can take it out onto a tray or a cake dish or a big platter or whatever. And what you do now is, on top of that cake, you pour this batter that you have just prepared, the icing or the frosting or the glaze for the cake. As you can see, I have poured it onto my cake, and with the help of a big spoon, I'm spreading it all over the cake. And then with the help of a knife, I'm making it even, the surface. You make it even with the help of a knife, it will be smooth, very nice glaze, as you can see here, and very nice thin layer of frosting or icing on the cake. Very professional, you know. Try it. It's simple, it's easy, very easy. And after that, I had some ground almonds with me, remember, that I'm going to use for the further frosting of this cake. What I did was, I'm telling you the whole procedure now. I took some almonds, as you can see here, in the saucepan, and I added some water to the saucepan. And on medium heat, so that the flame doesn't go out of the sides of the saucepan, I put that on the stove and covered it. Okay, put the lid on, because the water is going to boil now. We are going to let it boil. And here you can see my almonds have boiled in the water. The water has boiled, and even the color of the peels of the almonds, that has come into the water as it has boiled. So turn off the flame and take the almonds out of that warm heated water, as I have done on the plate here, as you can see. And then I peeled those almonds. It's very easy then to peel them. Put some cold water on them, and then, so that your hands can bear it, just peel them very quickly. They will be peeled, and I've peeled them in the here you can see in the plate, and then I have put them in my grinder. But remember one thing, before putting them in the grinder, they should be dry. Either you can take some kitchen towel and you can put them, the peeled almonds, on the kitchen towel, and you can dry the water out of them, or you can just do them first and leave them aside so that they get dried by themselves, and when they are dried, then put them into your grinder. Don't spoil your machine, important. So I have put them, my dried almonds, now into the grinder, and I have ground them here. I'm making a powder of these almonds, as you can see. And here the almond powder is ready, so I'm taking them. I've taken it out of the grinder bowl, and the almond powder is now ready with me. I'm going to use it now for my cake frosting. So here you can see already glazed cake. Now I'm going to take a teaspoon, and with the help of a teaspoon, I'm going to take some almond powder and put it onto the cake and press it down the almonds and make them into circles. This is the design that I made that particular day for this cake. You can make another design also. You can have it in stripes also. You can do it, make it in any design that you like. That depends upon your choice. Doesn't matter the way I do it or the way you do it. It's going to look beautiful, white and dark brown combination. And here, with a few polka dots on my cake, my chocolate cake is now ready. So you see, it's so nice, so easy to make, so professional, and very very yummy, believe me. I've cut out slices here for you people to show you how it looks inside, how the topping or the frosting or the icing looks. A very very thin layer, a very nice glaze. So I've cut the cake in pieces, and you can see it from inside as well. It's so beautiful, it's so tasty, it's very very nice. So try it yourself, try it at home, try it with your kids, with your family, with your friends, with your guests, and everybody is going to love it. A very nice cake recipe here for you people, with a very nice frosting or icing recipe. Very easy to make, very easy to handle as well. Okay, so go for it, make it, enjoy yourselves. Okay, take care of your health, take care of those around you, stay happy, and become my YouTube channel family member by subscribing to the channel very very quickly. Just subscribe and you will keep getting all these fabulous recipes plus free online HRD training workshops as well. Okay, so subscribe quickly, and take care of yourselves. Stay happy, stay healthy, and remember me in your prayers, please. Thank you.